So, Chrysler has finally unveiled the 2015 300 without any camouflage, so now we can see the work that they did to the front end grille. It looks like aerodynamics was their main concern, and now it's pointier than it's ever been. It started out looking like a brick, and now it's pointy. While some people may not like this, the simple fact is it gives better aerodynamics. What you'll also notice is that it has taillights similar to the Rolls-Royce Ghost, and it also has an exhaust port and a rear end that looks a little bit like the Rolls-Royce. But obviously it's not a $350,000 car, so there's all the comparisons in there. So the car is pretty much the exact same car that we already know, minus a little refresh on the inside. For instance, they are adding the spoiler that should only come on SRT models to the S model. I don't like seeing that because I really don't want to see anybody else in a top trim look unless they have an SRT vehicle. But granted, they have side turn indicators that are right next to the wheels, and they have a slightly refreshed design that makes the car look smoother. I like those taillights. In fact, it's possible if I can wire those into my car with no changes, I'd like to get those too. So here you have a black one and a red one. It's basically the car you already know with a little bit of aerodynamic improvement. There are minor improvements on the inside. It's still the exact same car. There are still some new interior colors available that were available in 2015. You can get the new steering wheel that's similar to what you find in the Jeep. And that steering wheel is redesigned, but it really hasn't changed the design very much from mine. The speedometer looks easier to read, and that's one complaint about mine. The speedometer is a little difficult to read, but when you're doing illegal speeds anyway, you really don't notice. They also have this shifter, the circular knob shifter, which I kind of don't like, but it's definitely a better replacement than this hockey puck shifter that I always hated, but it's not as good as what you find in the new Dodge Charger. Now, I doubt there's going to be any manual available for the Chrysler 300, so you can forget that. You'll only be able to get that in the Challenger. Other than that, the interior is roughly the same. The colors are either black, white, red, and that's just about it. So it's a really good car, a solid chassis. If you get the V8 or the V6 with all-wheel drive and the 8-speed, you'll get relatively good gas mileage, and you'll also have the ability to, to easily traverse snow and ice and everything. You won't have to really worry about the car. I think it looks good. It's just a refresh. There's no major changes. And it's sad that there will be no Chrysler 300 SRT anymore, but the beautiful thing about that is I don't have to upgrade in Chrysler 300 SRT anymore, and I can just ride what I have until I decide to get rid of my Jeep and get a Hellcat or something. So that's basically what it is, and you can put your comment in about how you feel about it, but it looks good in my opinion, and I really like what I'm seeing thus far. And Chrysler's really on a roll. They're doing really well in America, and they're also doing really well in Canada, and they're doing well in some parts of Europe, and that's a good thing. He's got like a supercharger or something, or a turbo. Master right there. Nice sound. Turbochargers, I think. I heard that shit whistle, so he couldn't wait to show me that shit, could he? Yeah, I think those are turbos on a regular 5.7. Those are turbochargers. definitely turbochargers. I didn't hear a supercharger. I didn't get a one. I think those aren't cops behind